روحي الحين لا تخليكم يشوفونك. يلا وصلت. ميكانيكني لازم نروح بسرعة. لا توقف لي أحد. إذا مسكونا راح يقتلونا.
طيب فهمنا. يلا تعالوا بسرعة.
¡Hey, Alto! ¡Alto! ¡Hey, ya llegamos! Vamos a trabajar. Sí, necesita. ¿Se rayo, por favor? Sí, gracias. ¿Sí? Está bien. Hey, ¿vas a estar bien? Está bien. Hey, ¡órale! Está bien. Yo me siento aquí. ¿Está bien? Siéntate. Sí, está bien. Claro. Abran la puerta, ¿no? Por favor. Tenemos hambre. No hay aire. No hay aire.
So it's like a supercharged aerosol can.
Holding 200 times its volume in VX. The pressure acts as its dispersant.
Oh, she could get this in a contained space like a stadium or a mall. She could kill...
Under the right circumstances, tens of thousands. Let me show you. Timeline is in the lower right frame. We begin counting on introduction of the VX. VX aerosol is fast-moving. It fills a room in seconds. The lethal dose is just 10 milligrams.
¡Abre la puerta!
It enters through any membrane. Eyes, lungs. The molecule binds to the enzyme that transmits signals to the nerves. The body loses control over its motor, respiratory, and pulmonary functions. Lung function ceases. As the victim quickly loses muscle control, he slips into convulsions. They bleed from their ears. Sometimes the muscles contract so strongly they break the victim's own bones. Death occurs in 1 to 3 minutes. Gas disperses back to harmless levels after 30 minutes.
Is there an antidote?
Atropine. But it has to be injected in the first 30 seconds after exposure.
We should notify the CDC. If she tests it, and I think she will, she'll leave a trail of victims.
I will not fail you, Doctor.
I know.
Citric acid. Perfect way to age paper. Makes the passport look used, less suspicious.
About the adhesive remover.
Loosens the lamination. Then you swap out the photos. Seal it up with a new piece of lamination. You're good to go.
So was this the original cover?
There's some ink residue on the surface of the plastic. A couple of reverse imprinted letters.
Oh, we know the name she's traveling under.
And we'll know where she's flown.
Hit the lights, please.
Get her bag. Search everything.
She's already passed it off. Dr. Hassan, we don't have the luxury of time, so I'm just going to be blunt. We know you fled Iraq with VX nerve gas. We know that the United States is the intended target of your attack. I'm here to get two things: the location of your weapon and its final destination.
What's the worst case scenario? How many dead?
Worst case, 30 to 40,000.
So you're the blonde they sent. I was expecting someone
Who would break your fingers?
we're like you and I. Women in a man's world.
I saw your lab. The bodies in the graves. It's over.
Nothing is over.
We know about your assistant, Salih Al-Samud.
If you knew where he was, we wouldn't be talking. You need me.
No. You need me. If your weapon is used and Americans die, you will be executed.
Are you authorized?
Excuse me?
Are you authorized to make a deal? I can tell you where my weapon is, and I will, under the right circumstances.
Jelani, what's the status of the voice stress?
We have a baseline established.
This is not a negotiation.
Frankie, listen to her terms.
What do you have in mind?
What's an American life worth to you? If I could kill 30,000 people, would their lives be worth $1,000 apiece?
You're asking for $30 million?
And safe passage to Syria.
We should take this to the Attorney General.
Come on out, Frankie.
The Attorney General agreed to her terms.
I'll present the offer. Just watch the flutter on her voice stress. The Attorney General has accepted your offer, $30 million and safe passage to Syria. And now in return?
Tomorrow at noon, the Oceanside Convention Center.
What's the flutter, Jelani?
Inconclusive.
I'll get the convention center on alert.
You're very quiet. Is your earpiece keeping you busy?
Her parents are listed as collateral damage during the invasion of Basra.
Do you think that war is personal, Dr. Hassan?
War is a means to an end.
The Iran-Iraq war, there were what, 1 million deaths? How many from the gas you manufactured?
Many enemy soldiers died.
And then there were the Kurds, 5,000 dead in a single gas attack.
I simply did my job. I had no personal interest in seeing them die.
And what about the people of your village? You killed dozens of them.
Enemies of the regime, a casualty of power.
You tested your weapons on them. What do you call that?
A casualty of science.
So war is impersonal.
Of course not.
Who killed her parents, Jelani?
We did. Frankie, the Marines were shelling a suspected sniper site, and they hit an apartment building. Her parents were inside.
And you don't hold the Americans responsible for the death of your parents?
No.
The Kurds you gassed died in war. Your parents died in war. Is there a difference?
Yes. The difference is
They were your parents. When I was a girl, my parents died in a car accident, both of them. It cut me off from the normal world.
I am not interested.
I didn't talk to anyone for a year. It changes you, doesn't it? Someone you love dies, especially your parents. You're a scientist. It alters your chemistry. Things go black. Nothing matters.
Don't presume to know me.
Do you know which division came through Basra?
Of course not.
Oh, she remembers. She's all over the place.
I think you do. I think it started out as a broad hatred of all Americans, and you wanted to lash out. You wanted to kill us all. But you realized that was impossible. So you decided to narrow it down to the specific division that killed your mother and father.
I told you. Tomorrow morning, Oceanside Convention Center.
She's lying.
Tell the AG I'd be happy to roll that $30 million into our program.